says Bitcoin is going to $2 million while gold stays stuck under 2,000, and also says that $220,000 Bitcoin price is still in play for next month, July. In today's show, I'll be breaking down the latest technical analysis. We just had a very strong weekly close at 30,457, which is the highest weekly close thus far this year. Also breaking news, Hong Kong's biggest bank, HSBC, which controls $1.3 trillion, now reportedly offers Bitcoin ETFs to their clients. That's right. We'll also be discussing Bitcoin ETF fever returning with the biggest inflow into ProShares BITO in an entire year, as well as new capital will soon arrive to crypto markets following the BlackRock ETF filing, according to macro guru Raoul Pal. Can you say institutional FOMO? Like a mofo. Also in today's show, seasoned trader Tone Vays predicts rallies for Bitcoin and says that Bitcoin is in a full bullish mode heading towards $55,000. And quoting Max Keiser just recently, this is a brand new prediction, Bitcoin is better than gold. Bitcoin is going to $2 million per BTC, while gold stays stuck at under $2,000. He also says that Bitcoin up almost 100% since the interview he did with Daniela Cambone, while gold is still dead, 220,000 still in play. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market, all this plus so much more in today's show. And welcome everyone just tuning in. Today's show is brought to you by the Crypto Code. If you're interested in learning effective crypto trading, look no further. Here's how you can learn how to make automatic daily profits in crypto, no matter if the markets are up or down. I strongly encourage you to check out this presentation by Joel Peterson. Simply click the link in the description right down below. Enjoy the presentation and let's get this crypto, shall we? And if you're new to the YouTube channel, make sure to smash that subscribe button and ring the bell to turn on notifications to receive daily Bitcoin and crypto news alerts. So there you have it. And welcome to everyone just joining us today. I'm your host, JV. This is pod episode number 1324, and today is June 26, 2023. Let's get it. We'll kick off today's show with the market watch. We can see all the major cryptos currently correcting and in the red, with Bitcoin down 1.5% for the day, trading just above 30,100. Ether down 2%, trading just under $1,900. And checking out coinmarketcap.com, the current crypto market cap still under 1.2 trillion, with about 34 billion in volume in the past 24 hours. Bitcoin dominance at 49.8%, with the Ether dominance at 19% even. And checking out the top 100 crypto gainers in the past 24 hours, Bitcoin Cash leading the pack, up 13%, trading at $217, followed by Near Protocol, up 9%, trading at $1.56, followed by Injective, up 5%, trading at $7.41. And checking out the top 100 crypto gainers for the past week, it's BCH and Near, while the majority of the alts are correcting and in the red. And checking out the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, we're currently rated a 55 in greed, yesterday a 64, last week a 47, and last month a 48. In neutral. So there you have it. Welcome to everyone just joining us. How many of you are excited for the bullishness in the market right now? Let me know in the comments below. And at the end of the show, we'll be reading everyone's comments out loud. So it gives everyone the opportunity to get their thoughts and comments and opinions heard. And with that being shared, now let's dive into today's Bitcoin technical analysis and check out the charts and what is popping with the King Crypto. Bitcoin circled 30,500 at the June 26th Wall Street Open as the bulls held newfound support, which you can see here in the Bitcoin 1 hour candle chart. Now, data from Cointelegraph Market Support and Trading View showed Bitcoin price action retaining 30,000 around the weekly close. Bitcoin began the week on a stable note as the U.S. market began trading, with observers hoping for a copycat move from the week prior. Then the U.S. had provided the lion's share of buyer interest following multiple announcements of institutional product apps based on the Bitcoin spot price. Quoting Dan Crypto Trades, last week, most action and buying pressure happened during the U.S. stock market open hours, and Scoo agreed. He also said, calling the June 26 U.S. trading session important, as he points out here in this tweet. Now, on-chain analytics firm Glassnode confirmed the trend, suggesting it could form a part of a more long-term shift thanks to the U.S. ETF filings. Quoting the week on chain, as a gold rush of institutional grade ETF apps are filed in the US, we have seen early signs of a revival of US-led demand. This comes after a period of weaker relative US demand in 2023, with top exchanges in Asia seeing the strongest accumulation year to date. Let's freaking go. And turning to the Bitcoin price performance, Trading Suite Decent Trader flagged the key resistance level now overhead. This came in the form of its 2-year moving average, which is sitting at $32,800. So keep that price action in mind. Quoting him here, historically, underneath the 2-year moving average has provided a fantastic accumulation opportunity ahead of the following halving cycle. Keep it in mind, the Bitcoin halving is only roughly 9 to 10 months out. Now, this chart showed the 2-year moving average plus the trend line reflective 5 times its value, suggesting upside following breakouts above the former, and shorter time frames also showed a lack of interest in shorting Bitcoin at the current levels, increasing hopes of a resumption of the uptrend. Quoting Crypto Chase, these charts are not necessarily predictions, but rather where I see opportunity and I'm looking to do business. And let's open up some of these charts and see what we got. Yeah, so it just shows us going parabolic ultimately, which I love to see. And we also have Rec Capital says when a Bitcoin correction ends so convincingly, it's highly unlikely another deep correction occurs right after. Any downside would likely be dips as a part of the new uptrend continuation. So there you have it. Let me know if you agree or disagree with the crypto analysts. And yeah, big deal, 30,457 for a Bitcoin weekly close, the strongest yet thus far in 2023. Let's hope this positive momentum continues. And now the big news of the day. I mean, more Bitcoin ETFs you gotta love, respect, and appreciate. And this coming from Hong Kong, which is a financial epicenter of the world. I've been to Hong Kong before. How many of you have? Let me know. It's a beautiful place to visit if you've never been there before. So yeah, let's break this down. We're going to be discussing a lot about Bitcoin ETFs today. Hong Kong and the Shanghai Banking Corporation, the biggest bank in Hong Kong, has reportedly introduced its first local cryptocurrency services. Let's freaking go. Smash that like if you're pretty excited for that. HSBC enabled its customers to buy and sell Bitcoin and Ethereum based ETF funds. Local journalist Colin Wu reported in a tweet today, June 26. According to the report, HSBC will specifically offer crypto ETFs listed on the Stock Exchange of Hong Kong. And at the time, the exchange lists 3 crypto ETFs, including CSOP, Bitcoin Futures ETF, CSOP Ethereum Futures ETF, and Samsung Bitcoin Futures Active ETF. So they're all futures ETFs, which you got to keep in mind. As Wu Blockchain shares here, Scoop, HSBC, the largest bank in Hong Kong, they control, I hear, 1.3 trillion in assets under management. Today allows its customers to buy and sell Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs listed on the Hong Kong exchange, and is also the first bank in Hong Kong to allow it. That's what's up, game theory in full effect. The move will expand local users' exposure to cryptocurrencies in Hong Kong. Bring it. The move aims to expand this as the mass institutional adoption continues. And according to online reports, HSBC Hong Kong had 1.7 million active mobile users as of March 2022. That means 1.7 million people will be able to buy and sell cryptos in Hong Kong. And about 95% of all the retail transactions of HSBC in Hong Kong are reportedly processed online. HSBC did not immediately respond to comment. However, the new services come alongside HSBC reportedly launching the Virtual Asset Investor Education Center. The initiative is designed to protect investors from crypto-related risks, requiring them to read and confirm educational materials and risk disclosures before investing. The education center is reportedly available on HSBC's virtual asset-related products like the HSBC Hong Kong Easy Invest app and HSBC CHK mobile banking app and online banking. The news comes soon after some media reports suggested in mid-June that the Hong Kong Monetary Authority pressured the major banks to accept crypto exchanges as clients. The region's central bank and regulator specifically questioned companies like HSBC and Standard Chartered on why they are not taking any crypto exchange clients. So there you have it. And now let's discuss more bullish momentum and institutional FOMO with more ETFs surging, hitting new record highs. This time it's the ProShares futures ETF. Let's break this down. Bitcoin ETF fever is back with a raft of new apps and an increase in capital inflows from institutional investors. Let's go. On June 26, a surge of inflows to the ProShares Bitcoin Strategy ETF, which is the kicker BITO, a Bitcoin futures fund, was observed by Bloomberg senior ETF analyst Eric Balchunas. The fund had its largest weekly inflow in over a year at $65.3 million, with its assets topping a bilski, which is a billion. BITO was the first Bitcoin-linked ETF in the United States, and it's one of the most popular amongst institutional investors. Balchunas claimed BITO pretty much has tracked Bitcoin perfectly, lagging spot prices by 1% annually and a fee of just 0.95%. Quoting Eric Balchunas here, the Bitcoin futures ETF BITO had its biggest weekly inflow in a year as assets top $1 billion again. It also traded $500 million in shares on Friday, which it's only done about 5 times before. So bring it. The BITO fund has made 59.6% gains since the start of the year. According to ProShares, there has been an uptick in Bitcoin derivative interest across the board since BlackRock, the largest asset manager in the world, filed for its own Bitcoin ETF on June 15th, and they have a track record of 575 to 1 on getting that approved by the SEC. And according to Deribit Crypto Options Exchange, Bitcoin futures open interest has surged since last week, currently at 319 million as of June 25th, and up around 30% from the same period of last week. Now, open interest is a measure of the total number of outstanding futures contracts that have yet to be settled. The resurgence in ETF trading and the resultant Bitcoin price pump has also been good news for, obviously, the world's largest asset manager, Grayscale. The Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, GBTC, which has been trading at a massive discount to spot Bitcoin prices for months, is heading in the right direction as the gap diminishes. Also like to point out that GBTC is looking to convert their trust into a spot Bitcoin ETF in the United States. That's right. And according to CoinGlass, the Grayscale premium, also known as its discount, is negative 31.2% as it fell as low as negative 49% back in December. It currently remains unclear if the SEC will approve a spot Bitcoin ETF, but the race is now on as a new wave of filings have followed BlackRock's. We also have Wisdom Tree for a third time filing with the SEC to create a spot Bitcoin ETF. Just hours later, Invesco renewed its app for a similar product. Bring it. And on June 25th, ETO store president Nate tweeted his list of ETF issuers that he would keep an eye on, as he believes they will file or refile for a spot Bitcoin ETF based on the past filings. Also, Gerasi named First Trust, Van Eck, Global X, Fidelity, and what he called the dark horse, Schwab. So there you have it. Institutional FOMO like a mofo. Bring it and let's freaking go. Which Bitcoin spot ETF do you feel is most likely to get approved first in the United States? Let me know in the comments right down below. I'm leaning towards BlackRock because they're the largest asset manager in the world and because of the track record. You know what I mean? 575 to 1 is pretty damn good odds if you're to ask me. Also, the SEC must respond to their application for the spot Bitcoin ETF before the Bitcoin halving of next year. This could be perfect fireworks setting us up for the most parabolic rally we have ever witnessed in Bitcoin in a very long time. So bring it. Let's go. Now let's dive deeper into some institutional FOMO as per macro guru Raoul Pal. Real Vision founder and macro guru says BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF filing is a potential catalyst that could lead to fresh capital flowing into the crypto market. Earlier this month, the world's largest asset manager filed for the registration of the iShares Bitcoin Trust, designed to give investors exposure to Bitcoin without directly buying it. And in a new interview on Crypto Banter, Powell says the filing can spur new investments in digital assets to support an otherwise stagnant level of capital flows. Quoting him here, I think liquidity rises from now on and people just want a little bit more macro certainty. I think capital is soon to come. I think the BlackRock ETF is another way of bringing fresh capital into the space. It's a dead market right now, and it's just a lot of moving money around until you bring in new people. And the former Goldman Sachs exec says that the new filing, Gary Gensler and the US SEC have essentially given a secret nod to a select group of institutions to give them the first dibs on the nascent crypto market. I do believe it seems to be this way. Powell says that Gensler is throwing a bone at BlackRock CEO Larry Fink and other Wall Street firms to show that the SEC is not entirely against the innovation brought by crypto. Quoting him here, and I appreciate the super chat contribution that just came in from Michael Volkman, who says, keep stacking sats all. Sage advice. Thank you, brother. Gensler's politically trying to cover his arse. I think there has been a secret nod, which is Larry, referring to Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock. If you want to do this, we support it. And I am guessing a few others have been given the nod. And it is very difficult then not to allow the other Bitcoin ETFs. So net, it is a positive thing. And to watch this video, Raoul Pal did entitled The Brutal Truth About These Altcoins. Check the show notes below the video in the description. Now let's break down the latest from a seasoned trader trader, Tone Vays, and then we'll dive into Max Keiser's latest $2 million price prediction. I also want to discuss Max's latest sentiment on Ripple and XRP, him revealing how he truly feels, you know what I mean? And then we'll dive into our live Q&A, and massive shout out to Tone Vays, by the way. So let's break down this $55,000 Bitcoin price prediction, shall we? Tone Vays is predicting upcoming rallies for Bitcoin, saying that the King Crypto is in full-on bullish mode. Bring it. In a new session, the seasoned analyst shared that the top crypto asset by market cap is flashing signs that it is set to burst to the upside. Well, let's then burst then, shall we? Quoting him here, I highly doubt we're going to crash in the next 12 hours, so the next candle will be a green star candle, and that hopefully will set us off on a new swing high. The last green star candle took all the thunder. Now most of the thunder will happen on the reverse candle, which is not an officially tradable candle, but the moving averages are crossing over into bullish territory, and the weekly chart is now in full bullish mode based on Consensio, as outlined here in this chart. The Consensio trading system uses 3 different moving averages to identify the momentum of an asset and determine position sizing. And looking at the trader's chart, he appears to predict the Bitcoin rally towards his initial target at around 34,000. Should Bitcoin break above his initial target, Vays suggests the Bitcoin can rally all the way up to $55,000 per coin. And although Vays is bullish on BTC, he says the Bitcoin daily chart suggests that a consolidation period is on the horizon for the King Crypto. Quoting him here, the daily chart is in MRI, momentum reversal indicator top. So the last 24 hours was a good time to take your profit. We just started a brand new candle. I am looking for a 1 to 4 candle correction, but this correction can certainly be consolidation, and I am leaning more towards consolidation. I think we're going to hold 30,000 here, but be careful with the S&P 500. The daily S&P 500 actually has room to go down another 5% or so, maybe 3% down to the 4,275 area. So it could fall most of this week, and that could drag Bitcoin down a little bit. And to watch this video analysis Tone Vays did, check the show notes below the video in the description and let me know if you agree or disagree with the crypto analyst. And now for the latest from Max Keiser. First, I want to ask, how many of you watched the interview he did towards the end of last year, 2022, with Daniela Cambone of Stansberry Research? You can tell Daniela was getting very frustrated with Max because Max had mass passion on the future of Bitcoin, which was very optimistic. He predicted that the bottom was in and that we're likely to continue to rise. And lo and behold, Bitcoin had a spectacular year thus far, and Max has been pretty accurate. And Max even says there is still a potential Bitcoin heading to $220,000 next month in July. Keep it in mind, July is literally next week. That would literally melt the faces off of the bears if you're to ask me. But here are the latest quotes from Max Keiser and how he truly feels about XRP, and then we'll dive into our live Q&A. So yeah, quoting Max right here, Bitcoin is better than gold. He tweeted this last night and I retweeted it. Bitcoin is going to $2 million per coin while gold stays stuck at under $2,000. And real quick, let's discuss why might gold truly be stuck? Because the big banks and corrupt organizations, they manipulate the gold prices. Also, the scarcity of gold. We all know that Bitcoin has a finite limited supply. There can only ever be 21 million coins in existence, whereas with gold, they can just mine with more resources and introduce more gold to the market cap. So it is controlled. And major banks like Jamie Dimon's JP Morgan, they had paid tremendous fines for manipulating the gold prices. There is nothing new under the sun. So I feel it can be stuck. You never know because there is mass manipulation, whereas Bitcoin is uncorruptible. Nobody can change the quantity, and that's what makes Bitcoin so valuable in comparison to all the other monies out there. Let's not also forget it's decentralized. You know what I mean? It's uncorruptible, it's unconfiscatable, and the fact we live in a digital world. So in a digital world, do you want physical money such as gold, or do you want digital superior money such as Bitcoin? Let me know your thoughts in the comments right down below. He also tweeted right here, Bitcoin up almost 100% since this interview 6 months ago, while gold is still dead. $220,000 per Bitcoin still in play. And if this happens in July, I've got a return appearance on Daniela Cambone, guaranteed guaranteed. And how many of you remember the interview where Max is making his bullish predictions and Daniela is like holding her breath like, Max, are you serious? Thinking that it was the end of the world for BTC. And quoting Max here from his Volcano Energy account, in Venezuela's economic crisis, Bitcoin has become a lifeline for citizens seeking to preserve their wealth. And as the bolivar depreciates, many Venezuelans turn to Bitcoin, finding financial security in its decentralized nature. Another reason to be long on BTC is many countries around the world, their currency is collapsing and they need Bitcoin in their life. You know what I mean? And yeah, also I want to point this out. Last week's BlackRock spot Bitcoin ETF filing was big news, but it is not the only story. Many of the largest financial institutions in the US are actively working to provide access to Bitcoin and more. Here's a quick glance. $27 trillion of client assets just right here, which include BlackRock, Fidelity, JP Morgan Chase, Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, BNY Mellon, Invesco, and Bank of America. So let's frickin' go. And now how Max Keiser really feels on XRP. Keiser's critique of Ripple and XRP was far from tempered. He acknowledged that the US SEC might be extending its jurisdiction too far, meaning overreaching, but still he was steadfast in his conviction that this would not prevent the SEC from squashing XRP and other cryptos he dismissively referred to as ish coins. Max didn't hold back of the financial world either. He presented a stark picture of Wall Street and the finance industry, suggesting that the rule of law is virtually non-existent for those with sufficient wealth and influence. And in words, there is virtually no rule of law whatsoever in Wall Street and finance for those with money and clout. He further insinuated that Brad Garlinghouse, Ripple's CEO, has been investing heavily to keep his alleged Ponzi scheme afloat, but still, he posited that even Garlinghouse couldn't match the spending power of federal agencies and financial moguls like Jamie Dimon. And in Keiser's view, it's not a question of if, but rather when XRP will meet its downfall. He warned it's a matter of when, not if, when XRP gets cut down. So there you have it. Let me know if you agree or disagree with Max Keiser regarding his Bitcoin bullish price predictions, as well as his thoughts and stance on Ripple and XRP. And now let's dive into our live Q&A. Welcome to each and every one of you today in our live chat. We have 200 people here live with us. Love to see it. Do Hanks, what's good? Steve Kingston, welcome. Bitcoin Maximus, LFC Liverpool Film Club, Bring Facts, Alan Haley, what's poppin'? Coin Father, good to see you here this morning, this afternoon. My brother, Statwatch Jenks, I appreciate the zaps. I've been receiving, Bitcoin Lightning donations from you, and I appreciate it. And as you can see, there is a Lightning QR code on the screen for those of you who are new here. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, you know what to do. It's super important to do so. To help support the channel. All you got to do is make sure you're signed into YouTube, and once you're signed in, smash the subscribe button, hit the bell icon, turn on all notifications so you receive daily Bitcoin news alerts just like this and get notified each and every single day when I go live. What's good, Mike M? Welcome. Appreciate you tuning in, fam, as always. Good to see you. What is new and what is poppin'? And everyone, please keep Coinfather in your prayers as he went to the hospital the other day with a blood clot in his lungs. We're wishing him a speedy recovery and hope him is well at the end of the day, as he is one of the OGs here on the channel. Good morning, Greedy Savvy One. It is good to see you as well. Also breaking news in today, U.S. Congressman Warren Davidson says, fire Gary Gensler, fix the Securities and Exchange Commission. And I am just curious, if you'd like to see Gary Gensler get fired, put a 1 in the live chat. Just put a 1, hit return, and as many 1s as we get, I'll know what your guys are thinking. If you like Gary Gensler and you like what he's doing, then put a 2 if you feel he should not get fired. Let me know. This will be a very interesting experiment like here. Michael Volkman liked and smashed. I greatly appreciate that, fam. What's good, Tony Jeffries in the building? Good to see ya. Quick recovery to Coin Father, says Boomer Futurist. That's what's up. Good morning all the way from California, says Jeff S. I got nothing but West Side love for you, my fam. Good to see you. Good to see you as well, Maximus. What's good, JV? Lots of exciting news to start this week. I love the fact that we had the strongest weekly close thus far of 2023. To me, that's a sign we're going to continue to pump. Even after the consolidation, we're still holding above $30,000. It's holding strong as support. So to me, this is bullish momentum. I like to see Bitcoin continue to pump, surpassing 32. Then we can head onwards and upwards to 40,000 and eventually hit Tone Vays' target of $55,000. That's what's up, if you're to ask me. Johnny Midas was good. Greetings, fam. Always a pleasure. Glenn T, welcome to the live show. Looks like the bears are wimped out and we had a good weekly close. Good times. You already know, Steve. Max's Bitcoin prediction means nothing unless there is a time frame. Well, he does say 220,000 is still in play for July, meaning next month. Yes, this July coming up. And regarding the $2 million price prediction, ultimately, the Bitcoin price is guaranteed to go up and the purchasing power of Bitcoin is guaranteed to go up because the purchasing power of the dollar is guaranteed to go down. They're just going to continue to print more and more money. We all know that Bitcoin is finite. There is a limited supply. And because of that, you already know it's called number go up technology. You know what I mean? Glenn, welcome. Good morning. Maximus. What's good? What's new? Good morning from Denver, says Lou. Appreciate you tuning in, Lou. Adam, too. What it do? Crypto News Alerts is live daily. That's right, 7 days per week. So make sure you don't miss out. That's why you got to make sure you're subscribed. What's good, Dennis? It is good to see you, bro. Jeff says BTFD. You already know. One of my favorite acronyms. Buy that freaking dip. Hello from Germany. What does the word Shaw mean? Enlighten me, please. Good afternoon from Maine. Good afternoon, fam. Get well soon, brother. Coin Father, says Maximus. Soon nation states will FOMO into Bitcoin. 100%. I am with you on that. If you do not have a hardware wallet and your Binance, and it's in your Binance, get out of Binance ASAP. If you have it in a wallet, you're okay, says Mike. Well, I appreciate that. Letting people know it's not safe to just keep your crypto on the exchanges forever. Only keep your crypto on the exchange to execute the trade. As soon as the trade is executed, to me, it makes logical sense to immediately remove it from the centralized exchange and into a hard wallet, cold storage wallet, such as a Trezor, and there's a lot of other options out there. What is your favorite, most viable Bitcoin wallet that you trust? Let me know in the comments right down below. Honda CBR says all people got it wrong. 9,000 around the corner. I heavily disagree. I think that the bottom is already in. However, let's ask the crew right here, the crypto clan. Now, if you feel Bitcoin bottom is not already in, put 1. If you feel Bitcoin is likely to drop below 15,700, the current cycle low, put a 1. If you think Bitcoin will maintain, you know what I mean, its price action and never drop below 15,700 ever again, put 2. And by a show of hands, we shall see what the consensus thinks. Right now, the $1 Bitcoin after 9,000, hilarious, right? What's good? Steve, I think possibly 38 may pierce the 40K. Stock market is going to be dropping like a mofo soon, says Coin Father. Honda, I like the name, but not going below 25,000 again. I do feel obviously that the bottom is in here personally. Literally expecting something Bitcoin has never done is either crazy FUD or extreme hopium. Well, let's take some hits from that hopium bong, shall we? With BlackRock entering into Bitcoin, this is the last moment to buy. We are in an uptrend. I agree with P11 100%. Gary N says listening live in the gym, getting some extra reps in, listening to all this good BTC news. Health is wealth. That's what's up. What good is your wealth and your Bitcoin without good health? So treasure your health along with your BTC only makes sense, and keep putting in a good pump, fam. Appreciate you tuning in live. B-Rock going to get Binance's arm twisted and pushed into selling to B-Rock. I guess we're referring to BlackRock here, right? When BlackRock started accumulating Bitcoin, it went from 3,000 to nearly 70,000. Now they are ready to sell it to their customers. They will sell it for a loss, question mark, LOL. Good point, good point, good point. Hong Kong, yes, bullish as what? Let's freaking go. Love my bike, says Honda CBR. They pulled the Bitcoin sailboat back to shore, turned it into a torpedo, and just hit the launch button. Michael Volkman, appreciate your support. Thanks for the smash likes and thanks for the retweets on crypto Twitter. Much love and respect. Greedy Savvy one says, get a Harley. I ride a 2015 BMW, says Boomer. Word up. Seems to have a lot of bikers here in the chat. Traded my crotch rocket for a Street King, says Facts. Better to be heard than fast, in my opinion. Evan Rivero, good morning and welcome. And Pure Vita fam. Bitcoin is the honey badger of money. It is tough, resilient, and virtually indestructible. That's what's up. It cannot be stopped as well, regardless of where it was pioneered from. Mike Duncan says, I'm planning a trip to Puerto Rico this year. That's what's up, Mike Duncan. Maybe we can link up. And also, note for those new to the channel, we are going to be having a $100,000 Bitcoin victory price celebration party once the King Crypto surpasses that six-figure mark. And y'all are invited. It's going to be here in Puerto Rico. You know what I mean? I think it's going to occur more than likely sometime in 2024. What are your thoughts? Bitcoin Satoshi Vision up 50% in a week, says DS Flat. Loud pipe saves lives. Almost sideswiped too many times on my GXR, says Facts. Biking woes, I guess. Evan Rivero is sticking to the face right in the hornet's nest. Honey Badger does not give a ish. That's what's up. Bitcoin is about to be cocaine on meth. Zoom soon. What an analogy. Coin Father bring facts. I thought BlackRock owns less than 10 Bitcoin and most of their investments in Bitcoin is in miners. Where did you get that info? Volkman, and again, I appreciate the super chat contribution. He says, keep stacking stats all. Sage advice. Love to hear that. Any questions, just ask. Over 40 years legally on the road, says Steve Kingston. That's what's up. Fact says, I read BlackRock has nearly 13,000 BTC. Well, you also got to keep in mind that BlackRock owns they own a portion of the largest companies in the world. Keiser, you know what I mean? That's a mega corporation right there. I can't think of everything off the top of my head, but virtually every major corporation, Facebook, you name it, they own a portion of it. So they are massive. There's rumors that they can control somewhere between $10 to $10 trillion in assets under management. No one really knows the true number, but they are indeed the largest asset manager in the world. Statwise Jank says better late than never, 100%. You got to do what you got to do. I've always had Honda Badgers in the stable. Baggers. Harley is too expensive for me, says Steve. Still talking about these bikes. How many other bikers are there in here? Let us know. I want a pan head or a shovel head. I'm not even familiar with these. July is looking bullish for assets, Bitcoin and gold. I agree, Coin Father. I think we're going to have a very bullish July. Had a glowing I must preserve button. Yes, I watched it, mate. Daniela, Max ate Daniela for breakfast. That's right. He just made the poor woman look a bit silly. I'd be... Max really showed Daniela a lesson, says Tony Jeffries. Agreed 100%. Max rocked it. It was a great interview. I would love to see Max get on there again for this year in 2023 with Daniela, but let's see if she allows it, because you can tell she was pretty pissed off by the end of the day. All right, now for the ones and twos with my first question that I asked. A lot of you are putting 1. Merc 30 put a 1. Petrohead 2020 put a 1. And this is to the first question. Put a 1. Put a 1. Dennis put a 1. Bjorn put a 1. Mike Well put a 1. So it's pretty unanimous. Michael Volkman put a 1. Ron P put a 1. Whoever says 2 is a Fed. Alan says, Do Hanks put 1. Mike M put a 1. So it's pretty unanimous consensus here. LFC Liverpool, Tony Jeffries 1. Greedy Sav 1. Alan Haley 1. Heading, Love and Light, been sent your way, Coin Father. Good to hear the prayers going out to the fam here. Powell, Biding, and Gensler, number 1. So all of you would love to see Gary Gensler be fired. I don't see any number 2s in here. 0. So it's pretty anonymous. Do you think, though, he is likely to get fired, or do you think he is protected by the forces of evil and he is just doing his job? According to Max, this was all by design. Gary was put here to destroy crypto. It's overreaching, but this was the plan. This isn't a coincidence. But I also think at the same time, just being realistic, if Gary Gensler got fired, obviously I think that's good for crypto. However, they're just going to replace him with another suit that's going to continue the war on crypto. It's not like they're going to put a pro-Bitcoin and pro-crypto individual there that just loves cryptocurrency and wants to see good things for the industry. And even if that person was genuinely good, little do they realize how little control they have, because there's a script they are given by a handler and they have to follow that script. Hence why they're put in that position in the first place. That's kind of the bigger picture. That's how I feel. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree. But I love to see that you guys would all love to see Gensler fired. I also think he should be audited. If you think Gary Gensler should be audited, put audit Gensler. Audit GG. Gary Gensler. Audit Gigi. Let me know. Speedy recovery for Father's Coin and healthier than ever before. That's what's up. And especially Olaf's. Mike Duncan says, 1, bring facts, get fired or fired at? Good question. I'd put 2 between his eyes, says, bring facts. Do Hank says, JV, I'm your fan. Appreciate that. Glenn T, hey JV. Hey Glenn T, what's poppin'? Good to see you here live today. Health is your wealth. Crypto is your freedom. You already know. Regarding hardware wallets, Anathetics says Trezor. That's what's up. Personally, I love the Trezor as well. Get a Blockstream Jade, says Gigi, which is another crypto wallet. Petrolhead 2020 for the second question here too. Jeremy Amos 2, Bitcoin Maximus 2, which ultimately means you guys don't believe that Bitcoin will hit a new low and that the low is already in. It looks anonymous as well. Merck says 2, Dennis says 2, Do Hanks 2. Blockstream Jade says Statwise Jenks. He also put a 2. Corey Loomis put a 2. Mike Wells put a 2. Anathetics put a 2. Glenn T a 2. Mike M a 2. However, PL put a 1. So we have one individual out of 200 people in the live chat right now who believes that Bitcoin is likely to go lower than the current low. We shall see. A possibility to test the low of 15,700. Ian Oliver says 2. I am a buyer. Mike Wells says BlackRock needed to drive down a buy in SEC. It was behind the downturn. Andre says, let's go. Let's freaking go. Do Hanks 15,000 or below? Only by a black swan, in my honest opinion. There's always a probability, just keeping it real. It doesn't mean it can't happen. But my prediction now with Bitcoin above 30 and holding strong, I'd say we have less than a 5% chance of revisiting under 15,700 and hitting a new low. But it's a probability. If it happened, I'd seize the moment and buy some sats on the low. So either way, keep stacking them sats. You know the name of the game. 2024 Corvette Array, the first all-wheel drive hybrid electric Corvette, 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds, quarter mile 10. Wow, someone's into this new Corvette. I have to see some pictures of it stat-wise. That's what's up. I hope your dreams come into fruition and you're able to get that. Merc 30 says $100,000 party. That is what's up. Put a 100K party if you're going to be joining us in Puerto Rico. I'd love to see everyone here. Obviously, if Bitcoin is $100,000, that's 3 times the current price action plus. So you should have plenty of money to be able to afford a plane ticket to join us, if you know what I mean. We're all renting bikes in Puerto Rico. Someone's going to have to teach me how to drive because I actually have a bicycle with pedals. That's what I ride around here. I don't have any crotch rocket, if you know what I mean. The next economic downturn is corporate defaults and bankruptcies. Maximus says Satwise, nice. Word up. Audit Gary Gensler and audit the Fed, says Maximus. That's what's up. Audit Gary Gensler. Hashtag audit Gary G. You know what I mean? Replace with another puppet. More than likely, greedy savvy one. That's how it is. That's just the way of the world. The Simpsons called it, and they want Mr. Burns back. Bye-bye, Gary. Isn't it pretty interesting how Gary does resemble Mr. Burns? You know what I mean? Also, Nathan Rothschild, very similar look to Mr. Burns. I believe that BlackRock owns 8% of MicroStrategy. Doesn't surprise me. They own the majority of, or a lot of the major companies out there, with BlackRock being the largest corporate investor of Bitcoin, currently controlling 140,000 BTC. So massive shout out to Michael Saylor. You know what I mean? Come on, Bulls, long 31.6 to go to the next support. That's what's up. In Germany, we say BlackRock cult LS was I can't speak German here, so I'll embarrass myself trying to read that comment. DBS recently made another movie, brought back Cell, Red Ribbon Army, and Brawley. I'm not familiar with that. The next economic downturn is corporate defaults. We shall soon see. BlackRock will be getting their ETF in August of this year, predicts P11. I think the bull run could be different and early bull run, while other analysts like Credible Crypto are also very optimistic that this year we see all-time highs, as well as Tim Draper. He made a very bold prediction of a $250,000 Bitcoin price this year in 2023. Ultimately, he said it's going to hit that target 3 months prior to the Bitcoin halvening, and the Bitcoin halvening is more than likely going to be in April, somewhere between April and May. So he's ultimately saying expect a $250,000 Bitcoin price by January, and he is a billionaire venture capitalist, early investor into Bitcoin, and a Bitcoin OG. So take that for what it's worth. Prayers to our family member who has not been well, says Tony Jeffries from Liverpool. Appreciate all the prayers and love and support to our crypto fam. Massive shout out to Coin Father. Defo definitely in the 100,000 party. Love to hear that. Greedy Savvy 1, you know I'll be there, boys. That's what's up. It's going to be a time of your life. I guarantee that. So make plans accordingly. You can just call me Greedy or Sav. That's what's up. George Connor says, hey, JV, how you doing? I am doing well, fam, and I appreciate you tuning in here to the live show. Also, make sure to show our sponsor, the crypto code, some love by checking out that presentation if you haven't. Only if you're into crypto trading or want to learn crypto trading effectively to make crypto profits. There is a link in the description right down below. The more clicks we get, the better that is for the sponsor who is helping to support the show. So I appreciate that as well. Praying for Coin Father, get well soon, brother. Great, great, great. And with that being shared, now let's recap of what I shared with you here in today's show. We broke down the latest technical analysis with Bitcoin having the strongest weekly close at 30,457 thus far this year in 2023. We also shared breaking news. HSBC, which controls $1.3 trillion, rolls out crypto services in Hong Kong with their latest ETFs. We also discussed the ETF frenzy continuing with Bitcoin ETF fever returning with the biggest inflow into the ProShares BITO in over a year. We also discussed new capital, FOMO, from institutions will arrive into the crypto market following the BlackRock ETF filing, according to macro guru Raoul Pal. We also discussed seasoned trader Vays predicts Bitcoin rallying to $55,000 per BTC as Bitcoin enters full bullish mode. And I also shared with you the latest predictions from Max Keiser. The Bitcoin is better than gold, and Bitcoin is going to $2 million per coin, while gold stays stuck at under $2,000. And he also says that $220,000 is still in play. And if it happens next month in July, he says he has to return on Daniela Cambone's program, guaranteed. But where do you feel the Bitcoin price is likely to go next? Let me know in the comments below.